All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. I'm sure that you watched my video where a lieutenant, police officer, shot another subordinate officer and then was crying like some little baby, some little woman, that he done shot the wrong guy. I thought you were the bad guy. What I'm upset about is this, and you should be upset as well. So let me get this right. This guy gets shot by a cop, the very system itself, and he sues the department and gets awarded $6.5 million plus all of his medical expenses paid for life. What I'm upset about is because all of this is at you, the taxpayer's expense. Don't you just love the disproportionate injustice that takes place, the racist, the bigotous, the prejudice that goes on in this country? And I'm talking about the system. All those superlatives was meant for a system because, you see, if those cops shot you and I, and they told us that they thought we was the bad guy, they would have falsified the story, they would have lied on the report, they would have covered up evidence, they would have done everything they could to cover their rear ends. And then it'd have been a long court battle. And then before you even if you got awarded anything, then they would have got, of course, you know, they the system, they get the so-called best, whatever it is, whatever the wicked attorney is, the best of a wicked defense attorney it is. But anyway, it goes, you and I, the sad part about it, we'd have been cuffed, stuffed, canned, thrown in jail, the whole 9 yards, and we would have to prove our innocence, but these people get a pass at you and I's expense. You see, this is the stuff that I keep talking about, this stuff I keep harping about. All of a sudden, America's supposed to be sympathetic because another cop shot another cop with all these cops out here shooting the hell out of American citizens? I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I didn't drop one tear. I didn't feel sorry for them at all because they don't feel sorry for the people who they have literally waged war on and against, which is the American public. I keep telling you, if I said it once, I said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to quote it from a historical fact. An assault on the king's officer is like an assault on the king itself. They protect themselves, they insulate themselves, and they are only for themselves, and they use it at you and I's expense. It's sad. It's sad. And I think it's a sad situation. Chime over there to Elder Doug and see what he thinks about this. Let's hear what Elder Doug has to say about this particular situation, Brother Elias. Go ahead, Elder Doug, what do you got to say about this? Is my attitude inappropriate? Am I out of bounds? Am I disconnected? Or is my anger warranted? What is it, Elder?
No, all of it's warranted. In fact, as I watched the videos this morning, I was formulating my own opinion that fear is so rampant in law enforcement today that they don't even regard their own. They don't even take the time, pay attention to their own, and end up shooting their own just because they have such a rampant fear issue running through law enforcement today. They don't identify. They're programmed just to point, shoot, and kill. And until that changes, that fear is only going to be the thing that's going to control them from here on out. And I don't see it getting any better, only worse, because it's getting fed more and more and more.
You know, and what it is, you go back over this, watch this. The first thing the cop does, he pulls up on the situation. He gets out, and the first thing he does is haul a gun, and immediately they start shooting. Pow, 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 8 shots, they start shooting. You hear 2 on the video, but the report said that this man got shot 8 times. And then he shoots, and then he takes off and runs behind the vehicle. Now, I made a comment in the video. I said, can you imagine jumping out of an airplane, old Doc 30 in some third world country or some other country, and then as soon as you hit the ground, within a few hours, you into a firefight and stuff? I mean, can you go run behind a vehicle? Can you haul a gun and all that? In other words, I'm just telling you that these people are cowards. Just straight up cowards. That's coming from a veteran. They are straight up cowards. That's all they are, a bunch of sissies and cowards. That's exactly what they are. Now, I'm not saying all the way across the board that all police officers are, because there are some, very, very few that they are. There are some good cops. Very few though. Very, very few. But it's sickening. It's literally sickening what we see that's going on in this country. But to think that this guy can sit up there and holler gun and just start shooting. I don't know about you, but as a man who carries a gun, this puts me on alert for whenever I come across any police officer, because the truth is, let's just tell the truth. If a police officer hollers gun, that means he can shoot you with immunity. That means he can shoot you and have nothing done for him. Let me tell you something. I am even more so careful. How many times you gonna hit that nail, brother? Drive a nail in.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
You ever nailed before, brother Charles?
Yes, sir.
You learning?
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing wrong with learning, I guess. But anyway, I'm telling you what that does. Elder Doug, you want to help me out on this one too? As a man who carries, brother, does that not put you on a heightened sense of awareness whenever you're around police officers?
Absolutely.
Because,
always.
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, every time you're out there, it's our right to preserve ourselves, to protect ourselves. But the whole time you got in the back of your head, you're never gonna know when you run into a situation or altercation where, like that thing we just witnessed this morning, where because automatically you're already a criminal, you're already an enemy of the state, and the fact that you carry a firearm carrying openly even makes you twice the criminal. No matter what's the law, you're supposed to be innocent till you're proven guilty.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. But if you're carrying a firearm, you're automatically guilty of something. You're suspicious of something. You're going against the grain of the system. And yeah, I get a little concerned every time I'm out there, but I still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still do it.
And I'm telling you, you all better take heed to what we're saying right here. Be it anybody out there in that country, in the world, in the city, in the country, no matter where they at, or police officers. Whenever you see anyone who you suspect of carrying a gun, you better put your sober cap on. Because the last thing, I'm telling you right now that I'm not going to sit up here and get shot unjustly because a cop is full of fear and afraid because he sees a gun and he going to haul a gun and start shooting. I'm telling you that right now. And I think that everybody else have the same attitude. This is bigger than what the news media and everybody's putting out. And you know, all of a sudden, where in the hell are all the people that are calling for gun control against these rogue cops that are shooting people, spraying bullets in a public venue? Elder Doug, where they at?
It's crickets now.
Where's Obama and them at? Where are they at? Damn it!
Oh boy, legislate the good old boy club? I don't think so.
Where they at?
No, they ain't.
Where all the lobbyists at? Where all these ACLU people? Where they all at, brother?
Oh, hypocrite.
Calling for disarmament of the police force
Isn't that something?
for shooting each other, putting the public safety in danger. Man, I'm really getting upset. I tell you what, man, let's cut this video before I say something that later on I may regret. Have a good day.